Oh, sorry. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. This is our Thirsty Thursday, which used to be our Real Housewives of Salt Lake City recap, but
That's really upsetting to me.
Wait.
So I'd appreciate it if you didn't say that.
Why is nothing working today for me? Oh, damn it. It is what it is. But you guys can hear me loud and clear, right? You guys can hear me loud and clear? Oh, I don't know what's going on with these buttons today, y'all. I don't know. That's so weird. I know why. Hold on. No, is that it? No, that's not it. Oh, is what it is, guys. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting not just my channel, but other channels as well. Speaking of other channels, I was just on Up and Adam's channel recapping the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So if you want to hear my thoughts and my conversation with Adam, head on over there and don't forget to say Kempire sent me. Just saying. All right. Oh, we can hear. How come I can't hear? That's weird. Look, y'all can hear it, but I can't hear it. Oh, you know why? Hold on, y'all. It might be, I don't know. Technical situations. It is what it is. This is our Thirsty Thursdays. I'm not going to let it stop me from doing what I need to do. And that is host our weekly show of Thirsty Thursday. Shout out to everyone watching during their lunchtime. I see you, Nadi, watching on Facebook. We're live on Facebook, The Kempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. We're live on Twitch and Twitter. All right. And shout out to my Royal Court, my Team Kempire, and now our new tier, Senior Royals membership here on YouTube. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, head on over to teamkempire.com/join. All right. And don't forget, a new episode of my podcast came out, and it's called Hey, Amy. All right. Oh, Bella says, I'm about to take an extended lunch break. I know that's right, girl. I love that. I won't keep you guys too long. I won't keep you too long because I do have another thing that I have to record after this. So stay tuned for that. If you missed it, earlier this morning, I released another video in regards to the whole Amy Robach and TJ Holmes situation. Apparently, ABC is investigating TJ for possible other violations of the company policies. Be sure to check that video out. I had a lot of information that I had to update you on, because normally I'm not updating you on every single detail of what's going on with this whole situation, because I know you guys get tired. Be sure to check that out. But thank you so much, Google, for reminding me. Where's everyone watching from? Google says hi from South Africa. Hey, everyone in South Africa. I will get to Africa in 2023. If it's the last thing I do. Just saying. Anyways. Where do I want to begin? There's so much to unpack. We have to talk about Erika Jayne's earrings being auctioned off for $250,000? Really? That's it? Daniel said, dag, I haven't heard someone, you are showing your age. Okay? Not dag. I haven't heard that in so long. Columbia, South Carolina. Hey, Astria. St. Louis is in the building. Netta, what's going on? Norma says hi from my living room. Hey, Norma. Guys, we have a star amongst us. Go watch. Norma, what's the name of your Christmas movie again? Because I'm going to try and get into the whole Christmas movie spirit maybe tonight. No, I have too much to watch. First of all, The Real Housewives of Miami's new season, season 5, the first 4 episodes are now available on Peacock. Okay, you're welcome, Peacock. Run me my check. All right. Mrs. E says, didn't she turn in fake earrings? Well, there's been a lot of speculation on, were those the earrings that were turned in? As always, I'm going to cite my sources. Head on over to a video that Emily D. Baker posted yesterday. I was in the live chat when it was premiering because I wanted to hear, because, you know, Emily does her research and she did a lot of research. But even at the end of all of her research, we're still unsure on, are these the same earrings? And I know a lot of you are confused. Why were these earrings sold for $250,000? when Erika says that they're worth 1.3 million. Well, that has to do with retail versus all that other stuff, all that legal mumbo jumbo and sale mumbo jumbo. So that's why they might be worth that much, but we're still not really sure if those are the exact earrings. Okay, so I woke up this morning to a lot of different news that came out this morning. We did wake up this morning to some good news, though. Brittney Griner, as you know, who was sentenced to 9 years in a Russian prison, was released this morning. Yes, she was released this morning in a one prison exchange. So they got Victor Bout, a Russian. I forgot exactly what he did. But I know a lot of people are comparing what he did versus what Brittney did, and they're like, that is not an even trade. But we're just happy to get Brittney Griner back. They announced it this morning. She is already on her way back to the United States. To me, that was the best news because I was just talking about the situation over Thanksgiving. And I was like, I can't even imagine what this girl could be going through. And everyone has their opinions. Oh, well, she shouldn't have been doing this or that. I don't care. No one needs to be in a Russian prison. Especially for the offense that they were accusing her of. I'm going to give Brittney a moment before she actually decides to speak on the situation because God only knows the trauma. 9 months. 9 months. I didn't expect it. This is right before the holidays. Look, right before the holidays. Where's my jingle bells? Damn it. I'm just happy for Brittney, her girlfriend, her family, her friends. Oh, right before the holidays, she's on her way home, y'all. President Biden released that statement, and they are still working on other people that are still stuck, Americans that are still stuck over in Russia in a Russian prison. Tia says, and her wife spoke this morning. Yes, and her wife did speak out this morning. Guys, if you follow me on my Instagram, I did repost a lot of that information, so be sure to check that out if you missed it. That was good news. And then we had some more sad news. Celine Dion. I know Thirsty Thursdays, I said it was not going to include pop culture news, but when we have pop culture news that we need to talk about, Thirsty Thursdays is what we make of it, right? All right? Celine Dion, who we all grew up with, one of the top singers of the world, put out a statement this morning. We posted that statement on our YouTube channel. So if you missed it, be sure to check out her full statement there. She released a statement this morning stating that she has been diagnosed with a very rare neurological disorder called stiff person syndrome, which affects her body. She has random spasms in her body, and she's been affected by this for a while now. And she says now, though, it's affecting also her voice. So all the touring that she was planning for 2023, she has to postpone. I was like, damn. I didn't expect that this morning. At first, I thought it was a joke. I was like, wait, what? No. Poor Celine. Poor Celine. We are praying for Celine. But I had to talk about those different things this morning. All right. Let me open my notes, guys. If you're just joining us, this is our weekly recap of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, our weekly recap of Below Deck Adventure. You saw my face when I talked about Below Deck Adventure. There's a little something going on Below Deck Adventure that we do need to talk about, that I do want to talk about. There's not a lot, but the season's not completely terrible. It's not completely terrible. Let me just make sure I have everything okay. Let's start with Below Deck Adventure, and then we'll get into one of my favorite shows, Below Deck. Oh, Captain Lee. Oh, God. I don't know what's going on with Captain Lee, but we do know he has nerve damage. We'll get to Captain Lee in a second, because I just watching this man that we've watched on this show and we've come to love and hate at the same time sometimes. Because Captain Lee can be a lot, but we'll get back to that. We'll get back to that. Let me get to Below Deck Adventure though. So Below Deck Adventure, for those that don't know, it's another part of the Below Deck franchise. And I know some people are like, why do they keep doing all? Because Below Deck still is that girl, still gets top ratings. Below Deck Med, Below Deck Sailing Yacht did pretty well this last season. I didn't watch it. Now I'm kind of regretting it. So they're in Norway, and this week's episode, which is perfect for us because it's a crossover between Below Deck Adventure and Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, because Heather Gay and Angie H is a part of this episode. I was just on Adam's channel recapping Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and he dropped some tea about Heather Gay not being the nicest person, according to some of the sources close to production, saying that she's not the nicest person. What I noticed of Heather in this episode of Below Deck Adventure was that she's like that person in your family that has all of the same jokes and they keep telling you the same jokes over and over again. She's like that person. And I kind of still like Heather, but I wasn't entertained by Heather on Below Deck Adventure. And I feel like that's where Below Deck in their current season is beating them out. They have really great charter guests, and I actually like the cast. I really do like the cast. This particular cast, I don't love, except for Casey. You know why? Because Casey is our Dorito. Her accent, did you guys notice that when she was talking to her mom, her accent was more American than it normally is? I was like, wait a minute. What is happening here? What? Anyone else notice that? Casey. Hey, Dorito. Speaking of Dorito, you know, they had the People Choice Awards, and I'm sure by now you probably saw all the footage. I mean, I have to give it to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills ladies, except Garcelle, where were you? Where was Garcelle? Probably working. But I really wanted to see Garcelle. And the awkward seating of Kathy Hilton between Lisa Rinna and Erika Jayne. And Kyle filming it. Kyle, just when I was feeling somewhat sorry for you in your family drama, now I don't feel sorry for you because I'm just like, she's like, oh, awkward. Girl, you are so obnoxious, Kyle. How do we get there? Oh, Heather Gay. So back to Below Deck Adventure. So Cassie has that whole accent thing. When she was talking to her mom, her American voice was there, and then when she talks to us, it's something else. I like her though. I don't like what's her name? Oh damn. Alyssa? Not Alyssa. That's the other one on Below Deck. Oh, Ariana. There we go. Okay, elephant brain. Yeah. Ariana, she's just sleeping her way to the top. She can't be with anyone that's not of a certain stature. And I think to myself, like, well, I mean, a lot of people kind of feel that way. But when she says it, you're sort of like, she's saying it so she can elevate herself because she's using this poor fool. And I'm not going to even call him a poor fool because, girl, he's clearly, he doesn't have a backbone. He's the bosun, and I don't even remember his name because it's unimportant. What is his name? look, what is his name? You guys will remind me in the live chat. It doesn't even matter at this point. Do I have even the cast? Do I have the cast names? I do have the cast names. Lewis, damn it. I put these up here for a reason. As you already know, Kyle is gone for bad behavior, okay? He was gone for bad behavior, and then he was recently arrested for public bad behavior. All right? So this cast, I like Captain Kerry. Nathan, for me, is a star. He's just entertaining. He has more personality. I get why they hired him for this show. Not Faye calling Michael beige. And I was like, for the love of Wendy Williams, yeah, Michael is a little beige, but every cast needs someone that's a little beige. You know what I mean? He can't be out there like that. You know, but maybe you need someone because you got rid of Kyle. So Ariana is trying to sleep her way to the top. Casey's giving us a fake accent. Faye is struggling with Ariana because Ariana's overstepping her, and Ariana's using Lewis in order to get her second stripe. And she's not even that great of a stew. Casey's a better stew. But she's like, I'm supposed to have my second stripe. But you're not able to do the work at that level. Okay, you know, last week we forgot to talk about the Chef Jessica. And when she burned her hand, Her reaction made me feel so bad for her because she is a chef and she has to cook. But I was just like, oh my God, what's happening? And they had to come in and help her. She's very emotional though. Look, she's very emotional. Okay. Okay, so Heather Gay was the special guest on Below Deck Adventure. Like I said, she's like that auntie or uncle at the party that always telling you the same jokes. I didn't find her very interesting. I was a little creeped out watching Angie H and her husband because we know Angie H's husband started the Finster. So looking at him now, like before I loved him, I was like, oh, look at what he's doing for his son when we were first introduced to them last season. This season, after finding out he did this creepy online Finster thing to troll Lisa Barlow and Jen Shah, I'm like, I don't care. I don't want to see him. It was creepy to watch him. I mean, he's still cute. You know, whoa. Yeah, Makeup says Nathan seems very level-headed. Yeah, because, you know, he's there to do a job. And I agree with Nathan because one of Nathan's issues this week was that Lewis brought up the issue of what he didn't do in the morning. He was supposed to be working until like 6 or something like that. He's working hard because they keep taking away from his sleep so he can entertain the guests because Michael is so beige. But he brings it up in front of Captain Carey, and Nathan's like, why'd you have to do that? You could have came to me one-on-one. But some could argue you could have did the same thing, Nathan, when it came to the whole Kyle issue. But we already know why you did that, because you knew that Lewis wouldn't do anything because he liked Kyle. He was showing favoritism to Kyle. All right, I feel like I've already spoke a little too long about this cast. The season so far is getting a little bit better for me for Below Deck Adventure, but not as good as my trusty Below Deck. Do I not have my picture? Oh, damn it. I don't have my pictures for Below Deck here, do I? No. Damn it. It's okay, though. Because if you're a fan of Below Deck, then you already know the cast of characters. All right. I know we do have two deckhands that kind of favor each other, but one of the things that I did love, one is from Australia, but he's indigenous from Australia. And I was like, that conversation that he was having with the other deckhand, I was like, people are not going to talk about this during their recaps enough. And I think that's so important because, you know, every place that you go has indigenous people, and so does Australia. And I liked how they were both talking about their experiences of racism. And I was like, a scene that you didn't expect, and then you get it. Okay. Our stew mummy, Frasier. I love Frasier. I think he's funny. Is he a Kate Chastain? Everyone that's a Chief Stew will forever be compared to a Kate Chastain. He is good, though. I like him. He's funny. I like him referring to himself as mummy, but Frasier, you got to step it up. There's no way that I don't understand why Alyssa, I know she's Jamaican. She's part Jamaican, so I got to ride with her a little bit. But I don't like that she's the one telling, what's that girl's name? Oh, damn. Look, I can't remember her name. The blonde one, who's a deck stew. We've never seen that before. A deck stew, she has some time on the deck and sometimes it's a stew. But she also doesn't do a great job. Even though she says, you know, everything falls on me, even though I'm looking like I'm not doing everything, but I'm helping out with the deck. I haven't really seen you help out with the deck like that. I think the only time they ever utilize her is with when they're docking or dropping the anchor and things like that. Onyx says that Frasier is learning his way. Yeah, he definitely is. I don't think he's a hard ass as like some other Chief Stews, but I don't like that I see Alyssa really sort of like, because you would think that Alyssa's the Chief Stew because the way that she is. Oh, Camille. Thank you, guys. Thank you for helping with that. I couldn't remember her name. I can't keep up. Between all the shows that we're talking about. And I don't have my little thing here. Y'all know I was busy right before this, watching these shows, going on live with Adam, and now here I am. So my little prep is a little haphazard today. It's okay. It will get better next week. All right. Marie says, you gave me something to watch on my day off, Real Housewives of Miami. Yes, Real Housewives of Miami. 4 episodes dropped today. We're going to talk about that too, because I got to talk about Lisa Hochstein and that terrible husband of hers, Lenny. Okay, Lenny. Shout out to everyone watching on TikTok. I see you, TikTok. Shout out to everyone watching on Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. We see you. And we're also live, of course, on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. And subscribe to the Kempire Radio YouTube channel, where you get a visual version of our podcast and some of our past interviews from over the years. Also, a new episode of our podcast named, rightfully so, after this last couple of weeks, Hey, Amy. We're talking about that. We're talking about Wendy Williams. We're talking about all kinds of things. And I dropped tea that I haven't dropped anywhere else. You've been wanting to know my tea that I heard about Amy Robach. I dropped it on the podcast. Just saying. All right. Let me focus. Back to this. So back to this. Yes, I'm making it snow. Happy holidays, y'all. I should have started this off by saying that happy holidays. As you know, here on the channel, we are celebrating the holidays at least until the new year. Okay. Or at least until my vacation. All right. Shout out to our mods, guys. Don't forget to say hello to the mods. And don't forget to say hello to our Team Kempire, Royal Court, and Senior Royals members of the channel. We appreciate you guys helping us keep the lights on and allowing us to upgrade and create a magical space for all of us to enjoy. All right. Let me say thank you. We got a couple of super chats. Hey, Judy. Thank you so much for the super chat. Judy says, hey, Kempire, we'll have to watch a replay, but have you on multiple platforms. Hello, mods and chat. Thank you, Judy. We appreciate the support. Thank you. Hold on. Let me drop that. Norma, thank you so much for the super chat. Norma says, Kempire, I had to come in and say hi. I have to go in the city, but I wanted to support you. So happy Brittney Griner is free. And life is good. Thank you, Norma. And Norma, let us know the name of, if you can, and maybe in the comment section afterwards when you watch this, you can let us know the name of the movie. I remember the name, but it's like I can't remember. You know, I'm live. I'm trying to remember everything. But I do want to watch the movie and let people know the movie that you're in on Netflix as well. Okay. All right. Rewinding. Back to this. So Chef Rachel... Chef Rachel, I have to say, I'm enjoying Chef Rachel this season. She had a little situation with the whole trying to find, what was she trying to find? Mushrooms, something. I forgot what she was trying to find. Truffles, something like that. Of course, I'm pretty sure producers probably hid it from her or got rid of it so that she could get creative and challenge the chef. She's always been quirky. She's always been a little weird, but I'm liking Chef Rachel so far this season. Apparently her food is really, really good, from what I've heard and what they say on the show. So does Captain Lee. Captain Lee is suffering from some nerve issue, and it seems like it's getting bad. But Captain Lee is a tough guy. He's not going to let you know that he's in terrible, terrible pain. He's going through it. And watching Captain Lee, with crutches and then with a cane, I'm like, oh my God, I feel so bad for him. AC says the truffles, she did so good without them. That's Chef Rachel, though. But Captain Lee, even Chef Rachel's like, are you all right? Like, I do find it funny because when Captain Lee was working with Kate Chastain, did he call her Miss Chastain? No, he called her Kate, right? Maybe because he looks at her as a daughter. But with Frasier, he always refers to him as Mr. Oleander. I was like, maybe he hasn't warmed up to Frasier yet. I mean, they've only worked together twice. So, I mean, I get it. But I really do feel bad for Captain Lee. It's hard. And I'm sure a lot of you, as you see your parents or your grandparents get older and they're not moving as quick as they used to, it is something to watch. And it's a little sad. It is a little sad. But he's suffering from a nerve issue. And based on the preview for next week, I hope Captain Lee's not leaving. But then I thought to myself, does that mean Captain Sean's coming back? Remember Captain Sean? Well, guess what? When Jason from Up and Adam's channel, when I saw him at BravoCon, he ended up coming back that same week. And we had lunch together. And Captain Sean we ran into Captain Sean. And he introduced me to Captain Sean. Remember Captain Sean? Remember Captain Sean? He was actually very nice. He was very, very nice. He wasn't at BravoCon. He wasn't invited, I don't think. Well, he was only on the show for a hot second. He was only on the show for a hot second. Yeah, someone said he's totally leaving. I can't. I don't want Captain Lee to leave. I hope if he leaves only for a couple of episodes and then comes back. Because there's no captain like Captain Lee. Okay, maybe Captain Sandy. I'm not familiar with Captain Sandy like that. I saw Captain Sandy backstage and Captain Lee backstage and Captain Jason and Captain Kerry, but I didn't know Captain Kerry at the time. So I didn't know that was him. I just assumed it was a captain from a show I didn't know. Let me just say thank you, Alexandra. Thank you so much for the super chat. Alexandra says, love you, Kempire. I'm a huge fan of your YouTube channel. Thanks for being so authentic and professional. I think you're awesome, and I absolutely love all of your videos. Go Taurus, love you. Alexandra, that was so sweet. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Are you also a Taurus? Because I'm saying you're saying go Taurus, so I'm assuming you're also a Taurus. Shout out to my Taurus gang. We go hard on my channel, my Taurus folks. Thank you, Alexandra. I appreciate that. That is the best compliment. Being myself. Oh, Norma, thank you so much for the super chat. Norma says, Sweet Navidad on Peacock and Lifetime 11th and 13th. Thank you, because I was thinking Netflix, but no, it's on Peacock and Lifetime the 11th and 13th. Go support Norma, y'all. The 11th is in a few days, 3 days. All right. Congrats, Norma. Okay. Oh, I know why I was thinking Netflix. I was thinking about another show on Netflix. There's a few. I have not watched one Christmas movie. I need to watch Christmas. I need to stop being a Scrooge. All right. Someone said Libra gang. You know what? Shout out to all the Libras. It is Sagittarius season, so shout out to all the Sagittariuses. All right. Go check out Fem Tarot's reading. She does your yearly in review. Well, no, your year ahead, all the different signs, Fem Tarot. And you can also check out my recent podcast episode with Fem Tarot. She made some shocking predictions. All right. Let me focus. Back to Below Deck. Below Deck for me so far, this is only episode 2 or 3? 3. Episode 3. And the guests, first of all, our gay guests from the first 2 episodes, love them. I thought, okay, here's the thing. I know we are in 2022 and the whole, and this happens a lot on yachting. If you've been watching Below Deck, you know this, that the crew has to do what the people want. But in 2022, are we still making people feel like a piece of meat? I mean, the deckhands are cute boys, but me personally, I wouldn't do it. I understand the producers probably have told these charter guests, yeah, ask them to do this, do that, because they want to make a sexy show, okay? But it's just like, at this point, it's like, okay, all right, boys. But I have to say, I liked our first charter guest. And then this week, we get all of the the female ER doctors. I was like, wait a minute. So speaking of my podcast, during the pandemic, I did a podcast interview with a Black ER doctor, woman doctor that is here in New York City. I had a conversation with her, and we talked about her PTSD from the pandemic and things like that. So if you missed that podcast episode, be sure to check that out. So seeing these ladies and then seeing Captain Lee have such a high respect for them and what they did during this pandemic, I think a lot of people have forgotten and probably don't realize just how much, and that's why I implore you to listen to the interview that I did with her. But to see these female, Frasier was like, nurses, no, doctors. Shout out to all our nurses too, and all of our healthcare workers. They all were dealing with a lot. But we get to see all of these doctors, female doctors, and Black doctors. Okay, let's talk about it. The friend who almost got her butt whooped by the Black lady for almost pulling her wig off. First of all, haven't y'all learned not to touch a Black woman's hair? Just saying. Well, she looked like she was ready to beat her down. And I wouldn't blame her. Look, I wouldn't. I mean, no, we don't want to see that, especially because these are professionals. I mean, we don't want to see it in general. But I did not expect that. And what was her? Alyssa? Alyssa was getting her life. She was just like, what is happening here? Let's talk about Alyssa and Camille. So Alyssa and Camille are having some issues because Alyssa, and then here's the thing with Alyssa. Alyssa, I like her for the show, And at first I was like, Alyssa's just good at her job. But I think Alyssa is poking at Camille a little bit, but Camille is also not the best stew. So it's kind of hard to figure out who you're going to ride with in this whole situation. But it's like, girl. Alyssa's taking a little bit of advantage, and then she wants to take Camille's man. I mean, that's not her man, but you know what I'm saying. But I like it for our entertainment purposes, but it's a little messy. I like her, though. I don't know how I feel about Camille. Because she just seems a little lazy to me. A little lazy. Guys, you're just joining us. We're talking about, this is our Thirsty Thursday. And we are talking about Below Deck Adventure. We're going to talk about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. We're also going to talk about some reality TV news. If you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting not just my channel, but other channels as well that report on similar content. If you missed it earlier today, I posted 2 new videos. I've been busy, y'all. 2 new videos. Be sure to check those out here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. If you're following me on TikTok, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, you should. Those of you on Facebook, be sure to subscribe because you are missing out on content that I don't necessarily post on all of the platforms. All right? All right. Seven says, shout outs to the crew in here who doesn't watch Below Deck, which is fine. I am about to move on. Was there anything else that I wanted to mention about this episode? No, I think I'm good. I think I'm done. Julia on Facebook says, I heard that Norma was a star. Norma's been in this business for a while. She's been doing her thing for a while. Okay. And congratulations, Norma, because I know, especially in the world of entertainment, to be booked and busy is hard. Okay. What should I move on to next? And guys that are watching on YouTube, don't forget to vote in our poll. Who is the thirstiest person this week? Who deserves our thirstiest award this week? We do this every Thursday. So far, I'm actually really surprised at the results. With over 500 votes, 36% of you guys are voting between Bethany Frankel and Erika Jayne. It's close. If you don't agree with that, be sure to vote on our Kempire Daily YouTube poll in the live chat. Just Josh says, and I have to agree. There are, as a whole, I would say that Below Deck is better than most of the Housewives shows. I agree, especially when we talk about Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. All right, before we get into the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, let's talk about. I really like Lisa. If you saw our Real Housewives of Miami recaps, and we're going to do a recap tomorrow evening for the Real Housewives of Miami. The first 4 episodes are available on Peacock right now. As you know, that's where the episodes will be premiering first. Eventually, once the season is done, they will air the episodes of Miami on Bravo for those that don't want to buy Peacock. All right. So let me just post this up. Hold on, y'all. So Lisa Hochstein, as you know, is going through a divorce from the boob god, aka Lenny Hochstein. And a lot of you said you're not surprised by this divorce. I don't think we're surprised, but it's getting nasty. So much so that she says that he's cut her off from her American Express bill. She's demanding to see his finances from 2008 and 2009. They were married in 2009, so it's interesting she's asking for that timeline. He's asking to see her salary from the Real Housewives of Miami. Her salary allegedly is like $30,000 per episode, which is decent money, but Lisa's used to a certain lifestyle. She's been married to him for a while now. And apparently he's cheated on her with this other woman that was partying at their house for at least since 2020. But there have been rumors that their relationship has been on the outs. Well, one of the sneak peeks that were released on Watch What Happens Live this week was Lenny's hot mic moment. All right. Do I have the hot mic moment? Let me open my stuff, y'all, because I have way too many things open. Oh, I do. All right. So I'm just going to play the hot mic moment. I will read because it's still kind of hard to hear, but it's like he forgot that he was mic'd. He forgot that he was mic'd. This is not going to look good for him. You know, this is also the reason why we're also getting a Leah Black appearance this season. She supposedly is trying to help Lisa with her divorce, but according to Jeff Lewis on Watch What Happens Live, Lisa didn't take the advice. And I wonder what the advice was. I guess we'll see that play out during the season of Real Housewives of Miami in regards to lawyers. Let me play this hot mic moment for y'all. And this is Lenny talking to Vito. All right? And this is all happening while Lisa's in another room. I'm disgusted, yo. Look, take a listen to this.
The new season of Miami Housewives that is going to leave you flabbergasted. You thought you had seen caught on mic moments, hot mic moments. Take a look at this.
I'm so scared. Yeah.
After the past few weeks, I officially said
Okay, I'm gonna pause it there. So he says, Lenny says to Vito, I'm gonna pause, look, let me show y'all my face. I'm gonna pause it there. And I know it's hard to hear because it's hard to hear here. This is why Bravo posts captions. He says to Vito, in a couple of months, I might be single too. All right? In a couple of months, I might be single too.
But I heard there was like issues, but I thought you were specific.
Yeah. Same stuff it's always been, you know.
He says, same stuff it's always been.
I do anything I want whenever I want, and you...
He says, I do anything I want whenever I want. I am disgusted. He says, I do anything I want whenever I want, and hold on, let me finish it.
Stay home and go to work and come back.
We discussed it a lot.
All the time.
Vito asks him, do you discuss it a lot? He says all the time. So they've apparently, according to him, that they've been having these discussions. Do you think that he said this purposely on a mic because he just doesn't care? I think so. All right, I'm not done.
I don't want to see that happen.
Vito says, I don't want to see that happen. Okay, so Vito says, I don't want to see that happen in regards to the relationship being over. Lenny responds, I do. For those that are just joining us, I played the hot mic moment from Lenny Hochstein from the Real Housewives of Miami. That is going to be Lisa's storyline for the season. But all of you have said this already. You've seen this coming. You're not completely surprised. But it's getting nasty. It's getting ugly. He's cut her off. I'm rooting for Lisa, though. I like Lisa. She's just always been personable. I mean, Lisa, did you marry for money? I don't know. You decided to have these children together. Exactly. Leah says he feels invincible. LaMonica says, I don't think he cares. I don't think he cares either. Norma says, Lenny is cold and not like a coldest water bottle. Thank you for the segue. Thank you for the segue. Guys, if you haven't already, it's the holidays. It's the holidays. Get your coldest water bottle at coldest.com, but they don't just have water bottles, guys. They have sheets, they have pillows, they have containers, they have all kinds of things. And their quality. You know, they've been a long-time sponsor of the show. Head on over to coldest.com, but don't forget to use the discount code KEMP10 for 10% off of your order. All right? Should we give one away? Live chat, let me know. Should we give one away? You got to be on YouTube, though. Should we give one away? One of these lovely bottles? Thank you, Tracy, for appreciating. Tracy says, come on with the Kempire voiceover for clarification. I just wanted to make sure people can hear, okay, and understand what's happening. I wish I could show you the video, but copyright, okay? The first 4 episodes of The Real Housewives of Miami are now available on Peacock. All right, who wants the coldest water bottle? All right. Can you guys see me? Someone said that you can't see me on YouTube. You guys can see me, right? Testing 1, 2, 3. Just want to make sure. All right. Let me... And I can see myself over here. So, all right. All right. All right. Dun, 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 dun. All right. All right. All right. Well, you know what I got to do. BX girl, I don't know why you can't see me, but everyone else can see me, and I can see me on my YouTube page. That might be a issue with your computer, so double check, refresh. Everyone else can see me. You can hear me. Congratulations to N in the H. They have won our giveaway. N in the H. Please email me all of your information. Well, at least email me at KempireDaily@gmail.com. That is KempireDaily@gmail.com. And in the H, I want to make sure N in the H was in the building. Are you there? N in the H. Just want to make sure that she's in the building. Mods, if you can help me, that'd be greatly appreciated. Congratulations to N in the H. We just gave them a coldest water bottle. I think this was what, 32 ounce? We'll give you more of the details. Coldest is one of our favorite sponsors here on the channel. Congratulations to N in the H. Okay? Okay. Let me just make... Oh, there we go. There we go. Gotcha. N in the H. N in the H. N in the H. Email us, KempireDaily@gmail.com. No one else email me. No one else email me. Congratulations, N in the H, for winning one of our coldest water bottles. We'll be in contact with you. Just email us all of your information. Okay. And thank you guys I love how you guys support each other and congratulate each other. Please keep up the holiday spirit. And you know, here on the channel, I am the self-proclaimed king of Christmas. We love celebrating the holidays here on the channel. So congratulations. Thank you so much, Mama Allie, for letting me know. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to our mods, guys. Don't forget to say thank you to our mods. Now, back to this whole mess. Real Housewives of Miami, as I said to you before, we will be recapping the first 4 episodes tomorrow. Hopefully I should be able to get to them today and watch all 4 episodes. You know, we talked about Real Housewives of Miami before, but we also knew that the season was going to come in hot. Word on the street, Geardy is coming in hot. Word on the street, the whole Lisa situation is all of the mess this season. And this is her real life. This is what's really going on in her life. I hope she gets the bag, though, at the end of this. Do they have a prenup? I think they do. I'd be shocked if they didn't. I believe that they do. Oh, TM wants to know what is the promo code. Promo code for the coldest water bottle, also available in the description of this video, but it's easy. Kemp, KEMP 10 for 10% off of your order at coldest.com. Congratulations to N to the N for winning that. Stick around. You have to be here all the time when we're doing our live shows because you never know. Some days I'm not doing anything, and some days that we are. All right, congratulations. All right. What else did I want to talk about today? Let me open my note. Okay, I know what I want. Erika's earrings. We talked a little bit about this at the top, but we'll talk about it again for those that may have missed it. All right? So Erika's earrings, as you know, have been a bone of contention on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. All right? Hold on, let me move my stuff around, y'all, so I can do this. These earrings, and these aren't the earrings themselves right here, but you've seen them. You've seen these earrings before. All right? But the earrings, hold on. Oh, Erika. She's talked about these earrings on the last season of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She talked about these earrings being worth $1.3 million. So a lot of people were shocked that they were sold at auction. The auction house had the original receipt. They had the original receipt. Again, if you missed Emily D. Baker's live where she talks about why people might think that these aren't the exact earrings that were purchased, that's because there is a discrepancy, I believe, in the weight of the original earrings versus what the auctioneer is saying. So we're all like, wait a minute. What is happening? So there are always questions around the Girardis. Always questions around the Girardis. We can't even keep up. And the more that we dig, we find out more about these people. All right, so this is what Radar Online is reporting in regards to the auction from yesterday. So the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Erika Jayne's 6-carat diamond earrings have sold for $250,000. Despite the Bravo celebrity's attempts to appeal the court's decision forcing her to turn them over. The items formerly bought by her estranged husband, Tom Girardi, were on the auction block for far under the reported purchase price of $750,000 that he allegedly got them for in March of 2007 with money from a client trust account. Why didn't we put our money together, all of us, how many people are in the building? Almost 1,000 of you on YouTube alone and quite a few watching on TikTok, Twitch, and Twitter and Facebook. Why didn't we put all of our coins together and get these earrings? So you remember Tom bought these earrings with client money, and it's been a big bone of contention about her keeping them. And then where is my? You guys let me know if you can hear this. Where's my sound effect? Oh.
We're on appeal for legal reasons.
So now the earrings are gone. Attorney Ronald Richards announced the earrings sold on Wednesday, December 7th. Ronald, still speaking to the blog. Jayne and Girardi have been at the center of controversy, as you know, ever since he was accused of embezzling $2 million in settlement funds from the families of the Lion Air victims back in December of 2020. That's where Jay Edelson brought this to light. Okay? So now the earrings are gone to someone. Did we ever find out who bought the earrings? Jada says, I can contribute $1 to the Kempire Cousin Earring Fund. It's too late now. I'm kind of mad because if you've been a part of the channel early on, you know we went through all the auction items for the Girardi Keese law firm auction. Just saying. Just saying. Oof. Foxy says, but she switched them out. Even if she switched them out, they're still expensive earrings, right? So, because the auctioneers, they do their due diligence in regards to authenticating what is they're putting on auction for the price. So even if she does, There's so many different mysteries behind the Girardis. And I did find it interesting when I was watching Emily D. Baker's video on this situation. She talked about how Girardi's brother also bought things at the auction. And it's weird things. It's tiles that he bought. And I'm speculating, is there a message? Is there something in the tiles? Is there something in the tiles? Like a map to where the money is. Just asking for the friend. The friend is us. All right. So that's one of the other stories that I wanted to talk about. The other story that I wanted to talk about was Bethany Frankel. So Bethany Frankel was on Watch What Happens Live last night. Here's the thing. You know, I make jokes about Watch What Happens Live and their ratings. I make jokes, kiki, ha ha. I mean, the numbers don't lie. But here's what I found the problem with Watch What Happens Live. I know Bravo fans, they love the little games that are played, but when you have someone like Bethany Frankel on, I feel like, can we get to a deeper conversation? Because they had that conversation about Bethany starting this podcast, talking about the Housewives, and Andy sort of slammed her, saying like, oh, I'm glad that you're embracing the Housewives now because you talked derogatory about it for a very long time. And she said on that other show, the Today Show's after show with Hoda and that other woman, Jenna Bush. I don't understand how she got that job. Just saying. And she said that, you know, she was going to be on Watch What Happens Live and then she would address it then. I haven't listened to Rewives with Bethany Frankel yet. I actually think I would like it because I like Bethany's banter when she talks about Housewives. So they addressed it on Watch What Happens Live with Jeff Lewis. And I just feel like I want to go deeper on certain topics. I can appreciate a game or two. And I think this is why Watch What Happens Live has not evolved. Because when we're talking about things, okay, I don't want to go start playing a game now. Can we focus on the conversation at hand? Can we go a little bit deeper? Can we have an expansive conversation? Every minute's like another game. I'm like, okay. So Bethany was on Watch What Happens Live, and this is what she had to say in regards to her embracing the Housewives and her issues with Andy. Okay? Let's take a listen.
Well, no, I actually haven't been trashing the show. I've said it wasn't for me because I do think that it was toxic, and I'm entitled to not want to be there but still want to talk about it. How could I be on for more than a decade and not have reflections to share? And I'm not trashing people on the show. What's funny is that it's more like...
Well, you called it boring, toxic,
no,
women
I'm saying,
against other women. I mean, you've...
No, I didn't call it boring. I've called it toxic, which I think it has gone into...
You called Roni Legacy boring.
I didn't see Roni Legacy.
On your TikTok, you said, my reaction is boring.
Oh, well, I haven't. Well, no, it kind of was a boring announcement. You announced two different things at the same time, and I didn't really understand.
Jeff, are you enjoying this?
But
I'm actually uncomfortable.
I did think it was a boring announcement. But it's not surprising that I would reflect upon such an experience in my life. And it's not a trash and grab show. It's a show where I'm talking about things people might not have known. And I even defend, ironically, Kelly thinking about what might have been going on really in her mind in Scary Island and things that people wouldn't know about, the trips.
And no one's ever done a recap show for Housewives.
Well, no one.
Oh, that was the other thing.
Yeah, how's yours different? Let's promote it. Let's promote it.
Well, I wasn't let go by Bravo. I actually left of my own choice, so that's a little bit different. I'm not a disgruntled employee.
Which time did you leave?
I left
She
twice.
left both times on her
I
own.
left twice.
Okay, good.
And I have a welcome door to come back.
I got fired.
Right, and that's why you're so bitter.
Yeah, no, not bitter at all. No, I landed in a better place.
Right, exactly. That's what they all say. Right, but
no, I really did.
No,
I really did. Like, I'm happy.
Well, no,
I can appreciate. At first, I was like, "Oh, you didn't need Jeff there," but it was those moments where you needed Jeff there. You don't really need when you have Bethenny on as an interview. You really didn't need Jeff there, but I did appreciate him in that moment. Oh, Bethenny. Have you guys listened to Bethany's podcast, Rewives, yet? I haven't. I want to get into it. I do. There's so many things to get into. I have 4 episodes of the Real Housewives of Miami to talk about and watch and take notes. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I have other shows that I want to just watch for enjoyment. Damn it. Disgruntled employee. Exactly. All right, guys, who are just joining us, we have almost 1,000 people on YouTube alone. We have quite a few people watching on Twitch, Twitter, and on Facebook. We see you guys. This is normally our Thirsty Thursdays, where we cover a variety of reality TV news, pop culture news. Well, not necessarily pop. We do that on Tuesday Takeover. We covered some pop culture news this week. All right. I know. Normally, I would sort of throw Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and I almost forgot about it. But I do feel like this latest episode of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City was far better than we've gotten these first few episodes. Last week's episode was pretty good, and this week's episode was pretty good. Angie K. Where's my picture of Angie K? That's Angie. This is Angie H's husband. I can't. Where are the friend dubs? Oh, here we go. The friend dubs are coming in hot. Word on the street is that finally we're going to get... Jen Shah is going to be at the reunion. Well, probably partially because all of you have said, no, we need Jen Shah at the reunion. We don't need Jen Shah in general, but exactly. Also, I have Harry and Meghan Netflix documentary to watch. I got things to watch, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let me just, did I grab this super chat? Hold on. Let me grab this super chat. Hold on. There we go. Let me save this. Okay. All right. So I feel like Angie K in this last couple of episodes really stepped up in a way that I did not expect her to step up. And for those that don't know who Angie K is on the far right. And Angie H is the blonde. And Dana from Canada, she's not from Canada, I don't think. That was a joke that I had with Adam earlier today. I like Dana. I like her energy so far because she doesn't seem like she's going to be riding anyone's coattails. She doesn't seem like she's sucking up to anyone. She even called out Heather Gay in this last episode. Heather did not like that. Heather, we're looking at you with the side eye because you're not coming across 100% authentic. I'm starting to believe Whitney Rose about you, what you do behind the scenes. But Angie H, why do you? I can understand maybe having a legal team and why you wouldn't make a public apology for creating that Finster account with your husband, but why do you have PR people? What? And I asked that question last night on Twitter genuinely because I was sort of like, maybe they have other things that they do that requires having a PR situation. You don't have to be famous to have PR people, but she's given thirsty for a very long time for trying to be on this show, so I'm just like. It's giving thirsty. Yeah. Look, yeah. All right. Yeah. M says, yeah, Heather's coming off odd. And they're calling her out for it. But you know who's even more odd? Jen Shah. And Meredith and Heather making excuses for Jen Shah's unhinged behavior. And I know some people are saying, oh, well, Jen is she's going to prison, so this is why she's acting this way. Meredith literally said that this week. And I'm like, she's been acting like this since season 1. What was the excuse then? Jen Shah has always acted like this. And her behavior towards Lisa, look, Lisa's not my favorite person. Wait, do I have to? Is that my?
That's really upsetting to me, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't say that.
She's not my, There we go. She's not my favorite person, but I felt it was odd that Jen all of a sudden had this issue with Lisa Barlow because Lisa was still friendly with Angie K, who she's known a long time too. I didn't get it. Why all of a sudden she was unhinged. Look, she was also drinking a lot. She decided to throw Angie K's shoes, her $1,500. I don't even have $1,500 shoes. So I think I would have been a little more upset about my $1,500 shoes being thrown in the water. I did watch the after show, and what Angie said in the after show, Whitney said you should throw her shoes into the water. And what Angie did, I honestly think was a better idea because she had no shoes to get off the boat with, is take her shoes and wear them off the boat. Because Jen Shah didn't even notice that she didn't have any shoes on when she was leaving the boat because she was so drunk. But the fight she got physical with Lisa Barlow, but that's not the first time. Good riddance, Jen Shah. I mean, I know a lot of people, and I believe it too. She's very important for this show, but she's also a crook, an admitted crook that's going to jail between 11 and 14 years. We'll see. We'll see. And I don't think she's going to get any time off for good behavior. Not if she's acting like this. And I believe that's how she is in real life. You've seen the video footage. You remember? Don't forget the video footage of her cursing out that fashion designer. That's who she is. Agata, thank you for becoming a member and for the super chat. She says, love from Austria. You are so entertaining. That's another look, adds to list. Want to go to Austria. Thank you so much, Agata. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly because you know I'm notorious for mispronouncing things. Julie, thank you so much for the super chat for always supporting as well. Julie says, just jumped on and need to be part of Replay Crew, but always support your channel. Not sure if you talked about Brittney Griner, KN, but I have thoughts on this. Prayer for Paul Whelan. That's the other American that is stuck in Russia, in a Russian prison, and love Bethany. Thank you, Julie, for the super chat. And yes, we did talk about Brittney Griner. And she's on her way home. She's on her way home. All right. All right. Gustav says $1,500 shoes were floating. Why didn't they go get them? I was thinking the same thing. Maybe someone did. I need to know what happened to the $1,500 shoes. Lisa, you are so shallow. Lisa's like, oh my God, I hope they're not my what were her I don't remember the name brand that she was talking about. Her YSL, I don't know. Where were they? They were cute though. When they showed the picture of her shoes, I was like, those are pretty cute. And I would have been upset too if you threw my shoes off. But look, Lisa Brawler is so shallow. 7 says, I hope Jen sent her new shoes. Probably not. Angie K's still waiting on the money that she's owed for the party. Speaking of which, Angie K in her confessional saying that this whole situation, because, Jen threw this Polynesian celebration, which was fantastic. It looked amazing. When you think about the party that happened in Miami for the Real Housewives of Potomac, hosted by Mia, and you saw those fire dancers and you see what Jen threw, it was like, see, that's how you throw a party. But Angie K saying that I'm going to have to pull them to the side and let them know they're probably not going to get their money. I was like, just saying. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Stacy. Stacy says YSL limited edition shoes. I couldn't remember. Oh, my goodness. And also, who's paying for that party? Where's this money coming from, Jen? You're not working in your business anymore, and you're not getting paid that much over at the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Where's this money coming from? It's not from Coordinator Shah. Everyone's wondering. Mama Allie, thank you so much for the super chat. Mama Allie says, can you imagine Jen Shah throwing a temper tantrum in prison with those women? She'll be put in her place real fast. Well, she's going to federal prison. I mean, I'm sure it's still hard. Not that I know, but she might be going to like one of those cupcake prisons. Is she? That would be interesting. Her sentencing has been pushed back. She's going to be able to spend the holidays with her family. She's going to be a part of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion so that we can at least be entertained. Gloria says, Mia's Miami trip is a tragedy. It is. It is. It is. Okay. What else did I want to talk about? So at the opening of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, we get that the battle between Lisa Barlow and Jen Shah. And we're like, what is happening? Jen clearly is drinking a lot. But when I see how Heather is trying to defend Jen, but at the same time, you can't denounce what one of your friends, Auntie H, has done. And I really do believe Jen, when she says that all Heather wants to do to hang out with Angie is to have the perks of hanging out with Angie. So that's why I found it interesting when I was watching Below Deck Adventure. I was like, is this Angie's trip or is this Heather's trip? And I think Heather can afford certain things, but I also maybe she's cheap and she doesn't want to spend that money. I don't know. But she says that that's the only reason why she wants to be friends with Angie H. It's the perks. The Heather says that Jen Shah has no money and should have been humbled for Angie to host the coordinators party. I agree. And that it will be interesting because, if you're having the friend ofs have such a present role on the Real Housewives after show. Okay, sidebar, where is the Real Housewives of Potomac after show? We don't care about the Salt Lake City after show. No, we don't care. Just saying. At least I don't care. Do you guys care about the Salt Lake City after show? I want to see the Potomac after show. Because they're going to be shady and give us some sort of clarity on what's going on. No word on that. And when we do, we'll talk about it. So, okay. So we have that. Jen sleeps in the Sprinter because she's so drunk and barefoot. Okay. The havoc that happens at this dinner table. First of all, do you guys think they needed those strippers? So Jen hosts this Polynesian-inspired, party. And I thought that alone was beautiful. The men were beautiful, too. Did you guys notice? At least one of them, I was like, oh, hey, you. Like, we didn't need the strippers to come out. And I thought that Meredith was supposed to be the CEO of fun. Why? She has not done anything to bring fun at all. I mean, besides in her confessional, when she called Whitney a little girl and then she laughed at herself, I laughed with her. And I love that fact that they still need to bring Mary and her Mary-isms a part of the show in order to make it entertaining. Just saying. Before I forget, guys, I'm going to drop the call-in link for Senior Royals first. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Because I will take a couple of quick calls, but I do have a podcast interview that I need to do. So I cannot be here too long. So let me just drop this link for Senior Royals. I'm dropping the link first for you guys. That is definitely one of the perks of being a Senior Royal on the channel. So you will get this link first. All right. And if you guys haven't already, be sure to like the video. Let's get to 500 likes. If we get to 500 likes, I'll drop the call-in link for you guys to call in and share your thoughts. Liking the video is an easy and free way of supporting not just my channel, but other channels as well that report on similar topics. As you know, here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, on Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter, and on TikTok, we cover other things outside of just Real Housewives or reality TV. We're covering everything in pop culture news. So be sure to check out some of our recent stories when it comes to Wendy Williams, when it comes to the drama that's happening over at Good Morning America. We had a new update this morning, so be sure to check that out. And of course, a new podcast episode came out this week as well. So be sure to check that out if you haven't. All right. And based on the YouTube poll, you all are still voting that you feel like the person who deserves the thirstiest award, which is so shocking to me, with over almost 800 votes. You guys believe that Bethany Frankel over Erika Jayne deserves the thirstiest award for our Thirsty Thursday live show. Wow, really? I'm just saying. All right. All right. Guys, if you'd like to become a member of the channel, head on over to TheKempire.com/join. Or if you're watching from your computer, just click the join button that's under our name. I think it's over here. No, over here. Click the join button. You can see all the different tiers and the memberships. Shout out to our members. We appreciate you guys supporting the channel any way that you can. And liking and watching and sharing also helps support the channel. All right, so back to this. So it goes from this beautiful event, strippers come out, Lisa Barlow's like, what is happening here? Then it goes to Heather Gay being confronted. Because for some reason, Jen's like, you need to pick a side. You need to be my friend. First of all, I don't understand Jen's issues with Lisa, at least right now. I don't understand her issues with Heather Gay. But Dana Banana from Canada, I don't think she's from Canada, but if you were here early, anyways, she calls Heather out for her hypocrisy. And then Angie K jumps in, and then Heather's like, you don't need to say anything. Like she wanted her to shut up. But no, Angie, speak up, girl. Don't let her shut you up. And Angie, when it comes to the reunion, don't let them shut you up. I wonder if they're going to bring out the friend does for a longer period of time. Yeah, but they probably need to in order for this to be interesting. Because what else are we going to talk about? I mean, at least we're getting Jen Shah to come back for the reunion. All right. Hold on. Oh, wait. Okay. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. If you are a Royal Court member, I have dropped the call-in link for you as well. I'm going to bring up In My Opinion as our first caller. Hold on. Hey, In My Opinion.
Hey, Kempire, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
You know I'm blessed by the best. Let me tell you something. First of all, I don't understand why everybody's cuddling Jen Shah.
Yeah.
It's not like her case is totally different from like Erika's and all the rest of them. Erika is being accused of just profiting off of her husband doing the crime. But Jen is doing the crime herself. So I ain't sympathizing with her, okay? They need to lock her up and throw away the key. Period, point blank. I'm sorry. I don't understand why everybody calling and trying to be a friend.
It's
She
kind of
ain't never
weird.
been nobody friend on the show anyway. Like, why are we all fighting for a friendship with her?
It's so weird to me. I don't understand it.
They had like she Whitney Houston or something.
Oh, not even close.
Have a good day, Kempire.
You too, In My Opinion. Thank you for calling in. She said you acting like you Whitney Houston or somebody. I agree. It's weird. Both Meredith, I posted this on Twitter. I said it's so interesting how Meredith and Heather are able to have these very selective morals when it comes to Jen Shah. And I know at this point when they're filming, Jen Shah has not pleaded guilty. And I'm not saying that they should crucify her, but their defense of her, like, well, she's going through a lot right now. And I have to remind you, these victims of hers that she's admitted to are also probably going through a lot when it comes to their credit not being able to pay their bills. Remember, they haven't received any money from Jen Shah for the money that she took from them. Yet. All right. Guys, we're almost at 500 likes. I'm going to drop the call-in link for quick calls because I do have to go. Let me just drop it here. Asata says, Kempire, do you think production team and Andy like your recaps of their show? I don't know about Andy. But if you've been following the channel for a while, I did meet some of the producers of the Real Housewives shows, and they do watch. And I've also, even before I met them, according to my sources, my videos have been shared by production to Housewives. Thank you. Look, sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. Just saying. Thanks. Guys, we're going to take some more callers. Hold on. Let me just make sure I covered everything that I wanted to cover today. So we talked about Below Deck. We talked about Below Deck Adventure. We talked about the news with Erika Jayne's earrings being auctioned off. We talked about Lenny's hot mic moment from the Real Housewives of Miami. The first 4 episodes are available right now. We also talked about Andy and Bethany talking about their issues and her new podcast. We talked about it a lot today during our Thirsty Thursday. So if you enjoy content like this, be sure to subscribe. Be sure to share this video. After the live, probably won't be till this evening because y'all know I'm busy. I will post the timestamps. But I feel like the show overall is worth listening to from beginning to end. Just saying. All right. And I've already posted the call-in link for our members, and I posted the call-in link in the live chat. I'm not reposting it. Okay? Shout out to, thank you, Nurse Fee. She does love your show, Kempire. Keep it up. Thank you to everyone watching on TikTok. We see you guys. And shout out to everyone watching on Facebook and Twitch and Twitter. Mrs. Best is on Twitch. Marva's on Facebook. Nadi's on Facebook. I do need to do a Facebook something. and the replay crew. Shout out to our replay crew. Replay crew, let us know your thoughts on all the things that we talked about today in the live in the comment section. All right, let's get to some more callers so I can get out of here. Danielle, I'm going to bring you up next. What's going on, Danielle?
Hey there, I finally made it back to alive.
Finally, pissing.
So, shut up. So listen, disregard my super chat I sent in because I'm about to say it.
Oh.
Federal penitentiary is serious. Jen is not going to be able to handle the federal penitentiary. Federal penitentiary is literally Orange is the New Black without cameras, without like the glam that the show gave us.
Worse than Rikers?
I visited. No, that's federal, and we know how scary that is. That's federal.
Oh.
I visited a federal penitentiary once, and they did a drug test on me before they allowed us in. That's how serious it is. They're not playing with the federal. Jen might be able to get away because there might be someone in there who knows her from the show who might take her on as their pet. But don't drop the soap, Jen, because it's going to be on for Jen is a bully now because she feels like she's big enough to bully these girls and they're scared of her. But it's going to be a totally different story when she get behind those gates. And it's more than just gates. That's the one with the chicken wire around the top and everything. It's serious. And we only know what we see on TV.
Tracy says no, Rikers is state. That's what. Okay.
Oh, well, sis, Rikers is scared. So wait, there's different ones. So then you have county, state, and federal. I don't even know about the state penitentiary.
I don't know nothing about no jail, okay? I just know that's the only jail I know of.
City, I have no clue. All I know here outside of DC, we have a county jail, like 20 minutes outside of DC. There's a county jail. I don't know what you do to get there, but there's a county jail. It looks like a juvie almost. But I know I drove with my cousin 3 hours to West Virginia to a federal penitentiary, and they literally did a drug test on us before they allowed us to enter. And my cousin, who was nursing her newborn baby at the time, came up positive for drugs. They wouldn't tell her what it was, and they didn't let her in. So we drove that time, and we're trying to tell her, like, no, she's military, she's a mom, she can't be taking drugs. She's nursing, and she's military. But for whatever reason, and they said it can be as simple as you touching money that previously had drugs on it and it got in your hands and now you pass it off. So don't touch the money out here because the money is nasty too.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but Jen's not going to make it. That's all.
Okay.
She's not going to make it.
You know what? All right. Thanks. Okay, so because I was pretty sure Rikers is not federal. But I'm wondering where she will end up. That will be important to know as well. Once the sentencing happens on January 6th, we will let you know how much time Jen Shah is going to get and where she's going to possibly end up. I mean, I don't want to go to prison regardless, no matter where it ends up. Okay, but thank you, Danielle, for the super chat. Danielle says the federal prison is real. They do drug tests on you to visit. Eee. Rasani, thank you so much for the super. Rasani, where you been, girl? Woman. Thank you for the super chat. Says, happy holidays. I can't with Jen and will not be sorry to see her go. The temper tantrums like a 2-year-old is ridiculous. Yeah, it's like, it was cute and it really wasn't cute when we first were introduced to her. But these temper tantrums, and then all of a sudden she leans into when Heather and Meredith try to baby her. And she's like, yeah, I'm going through a lot, guys. Gustav says Guantanamo for Shawshank. Well, you know, y'all are okay. Let me get these callers because I gotta go actually in 5 minutes. Kiki, I'm gonna bring you up for a short and shady comment because I got to go. What's going on, Kiki?
Hey, Kempire.
How are you?
It's been a while. Like, I wanted to come on your live for so long, probably 2 weeks ago, because since we're talking about prison, I want to talk about the Chrisleys because I was watching Savannah because she has a good little podcast.
Yeah.
It's really good. Yeah, so I was watching it and I remember when she had her mom on it and they were talking about Chloe and they were like talking about like it was like the way how they were speaking, it was like it would be like evidence. For example, if Chloe's mom wanted to get her back, the videos would show like what they were saying about Chloe's mom because like they were saying that Chloe's mom is unfit and like Chloe's mom didn't want her. Like the way they were speaking when I was watching, I was like, something feels very weird about this. Like, it feels like they were building a case. Like, if you watch it, like, you would realize
How
that
long?
they were
Like,
saying
this a
like
recent episode?
Yes, it was the one that it was like they posted it right after the sentencing, and then in the description they were saying that it was filmed before the sentencing. So it was like they were building that case. But like when I didn't get to tell you that when I watched it because I didn't come on the live. And then this week I'm seeing Chloe's mom on TMZ crying and saying that she want her kid back. But I'm like, I feel like Savannah would be a better fit for Chloe, but I do not know what's going on. But I watched the show and I realized that the Chrisleys, they did a lot for Chloe. Like there's the both parents were on drugs and she did fraud and Medicaid fraud and all of that. So I was like, I don't know, like it was really weird because when I was watching it, I was like, that seemed like they're building a case that they can show in court to say that Savannah can show in court to say that these are like the things that Chloe's mom did. But I was like, and then when I see it this week, I'm like, this is confirmation because they knew it was gonna happen because they knew that once they were going to prison, Chloe's mom would come out of nowhere and say that she wants her kid back. So yeah. And secondly,
no, I gotta go, Kiki. I'm sorry, gotta go. I appreciate you calling in, though. All right, take
no
care.
problem.
Bye bye.
Love you, Kempire. Bye.
I'm trying to get to everyone, y'all, but I really do have to go. Miss Bernice, I'm gonna bring you up for a short and shady comment. What's going on, Miss Bernice?
Hey, what up, though? What up, though? What up, though?
What's going on?
My thing with this episode with Jen, you giving these chicks an audition to get your spot, and you acting a fool. You acting a fool. You giving them relevance because once you gone in prison, they're gonna petition to. It's gonna take 3 of them to fill that one spot for you. Okay, you're not playing it smart. I'm gonna do my production's duty, but I'm not saying a word. Okay, I gotta see this thing. I'm gonna come in there quiet and timid as a mouse. I'm not gonna give you ammunition to use against me. Because Angie knew what she was doing. You've been knowing Jen since y'all was in college. So you know her. And you came in there and you took over like it was your show. And you know Jen. Okay, I'll let you do. Okay. But as soon as you piss me off, you know I'm going to react. And that's what Jen did. And you knew this. And you got that reaction that you wanted from Jen. And now all of a sudden you the victim.
No.
Yeah. But other than that, go do your podcast. Love you.
Thank you, Miss Bernice. Nice hearing from you.
Capricorn season, my birthday this month.
I didn't know you were a Capricorn, Miss Bernice.
Yes, I am. Yes,
Earth
I am.
signs. All right, Miss Bernice. Thank you for calling in.
Okay.
And happy early birthday.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
We're going to take a couple more calls. I did want to highlight this, though. Hold on. Cece says, they adopted her. Guys, if you missed my video on the Chrisleys from yesterday, I do talk about this because they did release their own statement in regards to Chloe. They said that they have a legal adoption of Chloe. So, and it's not that as simple as the mom is making it. So be sure to check that out if you missed our video on Todd Chrisley and Julie Chrisley addressing Chloe's biological mom. All right. Mocha, thank you so much for being a member for over a year. Thank you. She says Fed prison is a cakewalk compared to state prisons. She will probably go to Danbury Federal Prison here in Connecticut. That's the cupcake prison, right? Isn't that where Martha went? Isn't that where Teresa went? That's the cupcake prison, I think. You guys will let me know in the chat. All right. Let me take the last couple of callers. Florence, I'm going to bring you up for short and shady content. Oh, comment. Hold on. There we go. What's going on, Florence?
Hey, how are you?
Well, how are you?
So I'm probably the only one who feels like I think Jen is going to do great in prison. Jen is very manipulative. You saw how Angie K just realized she was hustled out of $15K for a party that she hosted, had to pay for, had to clean up, and Jen paid nothing but gave her a used, allegedly $5,000 necklace. So I think she's going to be running things. She's going to be the grand dame of Fed Pen. She has lots of fans. I see them putting money on her books. Jen will be fine.
I mean, you bring up a good point, but
yes, she's manipulative. She's going to manipulate everybody. And I ain't mad at her. I mean, that's how she got where she is right now, was hustling. Unfortunately, old people. I'm sorry.
You know what, Florence? Florence.
But that's it.
Thank you, Florence, for calling. I mean, I agree with you, though, because these people, I thought the same thing of, who was it? The guy that's in prison for, he was part of that group. They did the Vow. They did that whole documentary on them, and he had them brand themselves, those
Yes.
people. I said, I bet he's in prison forming his next crew of cultishness.
Yes. They have that spirit of manipulation. And then just people gravitate. It's sad, but she could use it for good, but maybe she'll be saved, get her life together.
She believes she's already saved.
What? And I don't think Coach Shah's gonna stick with her. I'm sorry.
Florence,
right.
thank you for calling in.
Bye.
All right. In my opinion, call back in. Did you have something that you wanted to say, in my opinion?
Yes, federal prison is low. It's in 5 categories. Okay, so we have to find out what category she's in. They have low, they have medium, they have high, they have administrative, and then they have this priority. Okay, so now if she's in the low minimum, that'll be like cupcake. Administrative, that'll be like, it won't be as bad. But if she's in medium or high, baby, she ain't gonna make it. Okay, I'm telling you, she ain't gonna make it. She gonna be one of them type that's probably gonna be trying to commit suicide. Federal prison is not a cakewalk. And believe it or not, Martha Stewart was only there in a cakewalk prison only because who she was, Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
Like Jen Shaw ain't gonna have those same luxuries as Jen Shaw or even Teresa Giudice. Like she don't even have the same credibility. She's new to being on TV, so don't nobody care about her. They ain't gonna spare her no expense. So we'll just have to see what category she end up in as far as how she'll be treated in there.
Damn. In my opinion, I'm not gonna even ask why you know this, but thank you for calling.
Look, hey, I'm telling you, let me tell you, knowing so many people that stupid and keep doing the same thing over and over again. I had friends that didn't learn, like they started going to prison when we were teenagers, and so they never did learn.
Yeah,
it's a sad story, but hey, you don't learn one way, that God gonna teach you another way.
Oh, that part. All right, thank you so much for calling back in my opinion.
Oh, you're welcome.
Take care. Wow, our audience. Guys, that's it. Replay crew, though. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know your thoughts on all of the topics that we covered, including the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Below Deck Adventure. Are you watching? How are you feeling about it? About the reality TV news that we talked about? Let's continue that conversation in the comments section. Let me say thank you. We had a super chat from Danielle. Thank you so much for the super chat, Danielle. Danielle says, if you owe money, you lose the money that's put on your books. I don't know if that's necessarily 100% true, because they were fighting for R. Kelly's money too. Just saying. I don't know if it's just as cut and dry as you lose the money. Anyways, thank you to everyone that called in. Thank you to our members of the channel. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, head on over to TheKempire.com/join. Thank you to everyone that sent in a super chat. We appreciate your super chats, your Venmos, your Cash Apps, your PayPals. You sharing the video, liking the video is important as well. And don't forget, a new episode of our podcast, Hey Amy, is available right now, Kempire Radio, on your favorite podcast platform. Don't forget to rate and review it 5. Rate and review it 5. Rating and reviewing is so important. The same way liking this video is important as well. Everyone have a great rest of your Thursday. We will be live tomorrow, probably like around 5:30 p.m. Eastern, 2:30 p.m. PST, for our recap of the first 4 episodes of The Real Housewives of Miami. If that changes, I'll let you guys know, but being subscribed with your notification on and follow me on the things, you will be notified when we are going live to recap Real Housewives of Miami. I will see you guys then. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, y'all. Let's get into some music.